This big-ass tower out in Vicklow that didn't collapse. And there were people working on it. They didn't send me to it because I was stationed someplace else, but I heard that guys were walking through the field. Oh, here's a utility bill. Pull it up and there's a body.
Yeah.
I mean, that's smash that person into the ground.
Oh, wow.
And that was a big event.
That's terrible.
Back then we had stainless steel revolvers.
Yeah.
And I was telling the other guy I was driving at one time I had a Pala that the siren button was a button on the floor, left side.
Yeah.
No air conditioning.
No air conditioning in Central Florida?
Yeah. And I pulled the guy over and I clocked him, and it was just above Brewer Hill on Aloma, and he said, I said, you were doing 70, and he said, no, this car won't do it 70. I said, this car does 70, and it was clocking you at 70. Gave him the ticket.
How long did you do?
I was in a couple years, and then I just felt like I wanted to get into sales. There was a guy that lived in an apartment complex I lived at that worked for Stouffer Foods, and so here's the life. He's on the phone, he's making hotel reservations, he's making golf reservations, he's making dinner reservations. He had a company car, and I said, I want a job like that. So I went to Atlanta and ended up getting a job with Campbell Soup, and I was in the food business for 20 years.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, very nice.
So obviously this is a huge deal, right?
Obviously it's changed from where it was at 3 o'clock.
Yeah. So throughout our investigation, we came up with, obviously you live down in Northport?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I'm just going to shoot you straight out of respect for you and everything else.
Appreciate it.
There's a storage unit down there.
Yeah, I have a storage unit.
You have a storage unit. Is that your son's storage unit,
No,
or is that
mine.
your storage unit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Does he have access to it?
No, I have the keys.
Okay. Were you aware that, did your son come visit you on Monday morning?
This Monday?
Yeah.
No, he left Sunday.
Okay.
He left Sunday.
No, go ahead, Evan. Yeah.
So, what time did you get here last night?
3 a.m.
3 a.m. When you got here, where did you meet your son and Jennifer?
We apparently pulled up at the same time at the hotel.
Perfect. Okay.
Hotel.
Perfect. Okay. When you guys got there, what did you guys end up doing?
We checked into the rooms. They had 239. I had 203. Opposite ends of the building. I brought my stuff up, went over and said goodnight, and then hit the sack.
After you guys went to your separate ways, when's the next time you talked to Stephan?
I got up at 6:30, 3 hours sleep, and went to the office because I figured he would be sleeping in, crashed and burned, and didn't speak to Jen until 10:45-ish, and she called and asked if Stephan was with me. And I said, no. Why? Well, he's not here. Oh, we'll go down to the lobby and see if he's down there. How long has he been gone? 25 minutes. Okay. I said, go check the lobby. And then I started to think about it. I called her back and I said, do you have the keys? No, I don't have the keys. So then she said, well, they just called and they're going to be out here within the hour. I said, oh, shit. So I drove out there. So it's probably out to the hotel because I was at my office.
Oh, okay.
Over off of Westwood. And I just grabbed my stuff and said, I'm going to go out there in case you guys showed up. I wanted to be there. So he hadn't showed up by the time I got there, and about 30 minutes later he finally showed up, and I read him the fucking riot act.
Did he tell you where he was?
Well, he had an energy drink in his hand. He said he got lost. And, on the back roads. Hell, I got lost, and I had a GPS. And I said, no, this isn't the right exit. I had to return. So I always get messed up over there.
Okay, so like my partner said, we're not here to waste your time. You've been in this line of work before. Did he tell you he was in Northport today? I'm assuming he didn't, based on your reaction. So, you need to take a seat? Or?
No,
okay.
He was in Northport.
Yes. What's the exit you take to get off at your house?
I'm going to 179.
Okay, do you know the street?
Toledo Way.
Okay. So we have more than enough reason to believe that Stephan was in Northport today at the exit that you take to get to your house. Our concern is we're conducting a missing person investigation.
Yes.
Given the proximity of that exit to your home, what we're trying to find out is if she's just hanging out in your house, you just wanted to get her somewhere safe, we want to put eyes on her, make sure she's okay.
She's not at our house because my wife. Well, here's something strange.
Is anybody at your house now?
Yes. Hang on a second. We raise standard poodles.
Say it again.
We raise standard poodles.
Oh, okay. Poodle.
And they all. Except they went on full fucking alert.
House throughout this period of time.
At what time you think
That's
that
what I
was?
thought.
Okay.
What time did the dogs go full alert last night?
I've got your water.
Okay. 3:19.
3:19 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you guys have like ring cameras, any kind of security cameras on the property?
So we locked the door, and I don't. The door has a keypad, but when I left last night, it wasn't flashing, and that keypad, the battery's been in that thing for 4 years. So I called last night and I said, hey, that keypad doesn't seem to be working. It's not working right. So if you go out the garage, or you need to come back into the garage with the remote control. But she said the dogs went full alert at 3:19. We were at the hotel at 3 o'clock, so there's no way he could have been in Northport.
How big is your property down there?
Quarter acre.
Okay. So we've been in communication with some law enforcement down there trying to work in some leads. Would it be all right if we send someone to go talk to your wife?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll coordinate that. So she's home now.
Right?
Yeah, so we're working the missing person investigation currently,
Well, let me give her a heads up because it's going to be noisy.
Okay.
We got 5 standard poodles.
How is your property out there? Is it like a neighborhood? Do you guys have...
No, it's on scattered lines.
Okay.
Standard lots.
Yeah.
So no
Is it
woods
gated?
or-
What?
Is it gated?
No, it's on scattered lines. It's just, no.
Yeah.
Our backyard's gated. They're going to come over and want to search a house for, apparently, can I tell them?
Yeah.
Apparently, Stephan made a trip down to Northport last night. Or this morning, I should say. I have no idea. But there's a storage unit, but he wouldn't have access to the keys to the storage unit because I have the only key to it. And that would have been locked in my car, and he would have had to come in my room, which he didn't have a key to get into it. He doesn't have a key. He took Jen's key. Storage room. It's in my console.
Can she check and make sure the key's there?
What? Well, is the key in the basket? Well, go look at the key in the basket.
The key in the console is in this car that you're driving out?
Hang on a second. What?
You said the key in the console is in this
My car. Yeah, it's only one key.
This car out here?
Yeah. Do I need to go look?
Yeah, let's go see if it's in there.
Yes, so she can look for the key in the house, we can look for the key in the car.
You were wondering if he had a house. We use that to transfer and they puke and they bleed in the back seat for whatever procedure they have. So, that's the Hello, sailor. Watch out, sailor.
Oh, there's a poodle with you.
No, it's a.
Oh, no, that's like a...
It's my sister's dog. Yeah, right there.
And that's the only key you
That's the
have
only
to
key.
the storage unit?
Yeah. There's supposed to be 2 keys, but I haven't seen that key.
Is his name on the storage unit at all?
No, it's mine.
Like he can't show up and say, hey, I lost my key. Can you give me access to...
In theory, right? Here's your waters.
Oh, thanks.
So other than the storage unit in your house, could you see any reason for Stephan to go down to where you live?
No.
Does he have friends down there, other family members?
No other family members. He's got some friends or acquaintances that he plays whatever war games or stuff.
Like computer games or?
No, it's a board game.
He plays like card games and action figures.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
he's painted all these caricatures and what have you. He's gotten, some awards or recognitions for the work that he's done with these characters. But what time did you catch him on the camera down there?
He knows exactly what it is. He's on the phone, so I don't want to misspeak. But it was clearly when you were unaware that he was down there.
So I went to bed.
How long does it take you to get from Orlando to there?
Well, with no traffic out last night, 2.5 hours.
Okay.
But if you're dealing with traffic early this morning, you're going to be looking at close to 3.
Yeah.
Because the traffic on I-4 getting out of here, and then you catch up to 75, and then you catch up to Bradenton, and
What ways can you go? So
you can go through the center of the state.
is that the turnpike?
No, the center of the state would be where the technical college is on I-4.
Okay.
You hit there, and then you go down like 27 or 7%. But you go down the center of the state and avoid all that bullshit.
27 to what?
I'd have to look it up on the
70 or
map because
something?
I don't pay attention. I just follow the GPS.
Okay.
But you're going down really middle of the state, and you dump out at Arcadia, and then you head towards 75, Kings Highway, and then you go up north to Toledo.
Okay. It's like speaking German when you're not
Right. Hey, listen, I grew up here.
Yeah.
Went to Winter Park High.
What brings you down to Northport?
Well, we build homes in 6 cities. I'm the broker for the company.
Okay.
We started in Poinciana and No Habla Español. So I was actually going to go to Palm Coast, and then I went over to look at some homes that we were building in Northport and said, oh, this is beautiful. I love it. It's rural.
Yeah.
And I said, and I expected it to mirror our experience in Palm Coast, but we had a bit of a rocky start. Right now I got 100 homes that are going to be completed, and the market's changed, and I'd love to be able to sell them right away. But I went down there because I thought it was a better area. The whole West is a great area.
It's a booming area.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, Northport was rated the 2nd fastest growing city last year.
Just got to get these Yankees to come down and buy some homes.
Well,
Right?
everybody's stuck in their homes.
Yeah.
They love those 2 and 3% interest rates, which
Yeah.
will never go away.
No.
And they'll never repeat.
They'd be foolish to get rid of those.
Yeah. Well, the Northerners coming down here will, because they want to get the hell out of the North.
So when you read your son the Riot Act, what do you mean by that?
I said, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I said, if they came here and you weren't here, they would immediately put a bolo out and find you and arrest your ass and just haul you off to jail. Is that what you want?
No.
I'm sorry. No, I said, I'm just so fed up with him at this point.
Yeah.
And obviously there's something here because I've been here almost 6 hours. So, I've been here 6 hours. So something's going on. Look, he spent a lifetime lying to us.
Okay.
And it's just never gotten better. And he fed me some bullshit the other day. And before I left the house the other night, I turned to my wife and I said, do we really know Stephan? Can we honestly say we really know him?
Yeah.
And she got really kind of defensive a little bit. I said, no, I'm not saying that he did something, but can we honestly say we really know him?
So the other day.
Well, when I left yesterday, when I left last night, I said, hey, I turned to her, I said, do we really know him? Is he capable of doing something harmful to her?
Why would you suspect that?
Because some inconsistencies of phone calls he had with me didn't add up, okay? So I'll give you the sequence. He calls me mid-afternoon, 3-ish, maybe 3:45 or something, and say, I just had a flat tire. Okay, how the fuck did you get a flat tire? You just drove over to Kissimmee. You took her, maybe you're running an errand, but where was you have gone to get a flat tire. The tire was so flat, he drove on it and ran the is that Jen?
Yeah, we were finishing up.
He ran the rubber right off the wheel.
Yeah.
So he had to travel a good distance to do that. And then he pulled into a shopping center, and I said, was the donut in there? Yeah, swapped it out and almost crushed my thumb. I said, okay.
Do you know what shopping center he changed his tire?
No.
Or where he picked up the flat or anything?
I have no idea. So
This
then,
was Monday, just to confirm?
yeah, Monday afternoon. Do we want to talk someplace else?
We can, yeah. You
Yeah.
want to put Jen in the truck? Jen, you mind
Watch
sitting in
the
the
dog,
truck for a little bit while we finish talking to...
In the trunk?
Yeah, that's fine. Or wherever you're comfortable. You can sit in the weekend or whatever you guys...
How long are we going to be?
A few more minutes? Yeah.
And we're done.
It's been a while already, and I
I'll hang out with the dog.
apologize.
That's fine.
All right, take them out. So then around 5 o'clock I get this call, and he's telling me about, well, there's been an incident, and that then he tells me that he dropped her off. And I said, well, tell me what you mean by that. And he said, well, I dropped her off. She doesn't want to be seen being dropped at school because you're not driving a cool enough car. Oh, okay, so you're not driving a Lamborghini, you can't drop her off at school. Okay, dropped her up a block off. He said he watched her through the rearview mirror, walked towards school, and then he left. And I said, okay. And so now you're finding out when you went to pick her up that she wasn't there. And everybody's just discovering this at the end of the day. How many hours later? Okay. So then, trying to think when I had the conversation about his phone. So I said, okay, well, they're going to want to know where your whereabouts were because you're the last person that saw her, so they're going to want to know. I said, did you have your phone with you? No. Why would you have your phone? I just forgot it. Forgot mine. I said, beautiful. So then he tells me that he did an OS update. Now, I'm a techie guy. And I said, okay. And he said, wipe the phone out. Really? How does that happen? It's an OS update. It's automatic. You say yes, and that's it. It updates, and then it reboots. It doesn't reset. It reboots. Well, I was multitasking, and I hit a wrong button, and it reset. And I questioned that. And I said, so there were some inconsistencies there. So why would that phone be wiped out? And I asked him last night, when you guys wanted the phone, I said, is there any reason why you wouldn't want to give them the phone? No, I don't think so. I said, okay, give them the phone.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Is there something on the phone?
Has he ever suffered from like mental illness or anything?
From what?
Mental illness?
Me?
No, not him.
Oh,
him,
him.
your
Oh,
son.
okay. When he was 8, he and a friend were playing in a parking area, and a guy came out and got in his Toyota pickup truck, said hello to the kids, and then backed up over them. And they both were run over, but he got hit in the knock in the head with the bumper, and he had a slight tick. He had separation anxiety, so he slept with us for a while, and finally I said, no, you got to go to your own bed and get over that. He would go over to a neighbor's home and spend the night and show up at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning wanting to come home. But as far as
nothing diagnosed or medication?
Well, he's been seeing a psychiatrist or psychologist or something. Okay. He's been on anxiety meds, depression or what have you. I have no idea what they're talking about because obviously he doesn't share that with me. But he's battled a number of things: depression, anxiety, and what have you.
As a child or as an adult?
Maybe ADD as a child, but as an adult, more severe.
Okay.
He suffers from sleep apnea.
Was he able to complete school no problem?
Well, depends on who completed it. My mother, his mother, who we did online schooling, and she ended up doing most of the work for him.
Did he ever go to college?
No.
What did he do for work?
I've had him work with me in a variety of ways. When we were here in Orlando from 2010 to 2013, I did these what they call BPOs. They're kind of like appraisals. I did 15,000 of them and had him and his friends go out and take these photos. And it was always a challenge to get his ass out of bed and go to work. Now, no motivation. The more you do, the more you make.
Yeah.
No motivation there. So and after that, that work went away. I got involved in various projects around the state of Florida. He really didn't do much. He worked at Quiznos for a while. That didn't last long until he wrecked his car. So he's been living with us and me trying to get him out of the house to go work. We came down to Northport. He stayed there with Jen. So while we were down there until December of last year, he lived with Jen. And then I was supporting him in Orlando, and I said, I'm not going to do this anymore. You got to come back.
Yeah.
And I was trying to create an opportunity for him down there, but that didn't materialize. Then I'm trying to get his ass out to get a job at Lowe's or Home Depot or something.
Time-wise, it's sometime like 7:45. She was down there.
7:45 this morning?
So, did you tell your wife that Northport meeting's on the way? Did you speak to her already?
We'll let her know that we got sidetracked on something. They're coming there to see if she's hiding in the house?
Yeah, so what we'd like to do is, given that he went down there, we'd like to make sure like he didn't stash her in the bedroom and hey, just hang out here. You know.
No, she's been sorting out his bedroom because he lives like a fucking pig.
And you said you guys have a Ring camera, right?
Well, I was about to tell you that. I switched. Hey, Northport Police is going to stop by to do a wellness check type of thing. They're going to see if somehow
back around the house yelling her name. I just, that motherfucker, you know what stopped him from getting in the house? He didn't have a garage door opener. The front door lock is not working well.
Yep.
And I had put the lock on the slider.
Okay.
He couldn't get in.
All right. So I'm with the detectives, and they're sending Northport Police over to do a check to make sure that she isn't there. Okay. So you may want to alert the dogs. They're really friendly.
I've got their food. I'm fixing to feed them.
Okay.
Just tell them it'll get noisy, okay?
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to let you go.
They're good guys. I've been landline with them.
Yeah.
If there are any issues, give me a call.
All right.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
And as far as outside of your house, what does the layout of your yard look like?
Well, there's a house to the right of me, and to the left of it is woods, and there's woods across the street that fronts I-75. At 7:45, it would have been well lit. There would be small amount of traffic going up and down our street because they're constructing homes nearby, and so there's always people doing that.
So this is no HOAs, I'm assuming?
No, sir. No, it's all scattered by.
When you say woods, you mean like woods, or like a thicket?
Wood. Yes.
What's your address?
With a satellite view, you'll see there's wooded lots all around. So next to me, there's a new house, and he's a renter. There's my house, and then to the left, there is wooded lot. There's a lot of wooded lots before my house, and then you run into one or two houses.
So going back to the cameras, you were going to say something.
Okay, so I ditched Comcast, and I had the Sky Bell hooked up to Comcast.
Okay.
And I realized when I kept seeing this orange light, I said, shit, I got to move this over. It's a pain in the ass. Move it over to the Frontier Communications versus Comcast. So I've got to reconnect it with the internet.
So the cameras weren't working for the last week?
No, because we discontinued the service. Matter of fact, the modem's sitting on my office floor.
Okay. All right. Do you think your son's capable of doing something like this? I know it's a hard question as a father.
I wasn't a hero, a welcome comment. I said, how well do we know him?
Yeah.
And nothing would surprise me at this point. I don't know.
Is your wife his mom?
Yes, we are biological parents. Yeah. I'm going to say anything's possible. I don't know. I mean, there would have to be some ulterior motive for some reason.
Sure.
Was there a motive?
Well, we don't know. We're trying to find her. We still think she's alive. So.
Well, this press conference indicated that she had some comments on social media about "I want to live in the woods."
Yeah.
Was that accurate, or
that was?
Well,
we're not going to put anything inaccurate out there. That just tarnishes the validity of the
I asked Jen
investigation.
about that. She said, "Yeah, we had a conversation about a third World War. Where would you live? You know, the Palestine-Israeli situation." That's what I said. Okay,
so that was more of a fictitious. If doomsday happens, sweetheart, where are you going to live? Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll go live in the woods. I said, Is she going to live in the woods now by herself? I wouldn't.
Yeah.
You know, my idea of roughing it is Howard Johnson's without a pool.
What is?
No kidding.
Do you know the unit number for your storage unit?
Yeah.
Because obviously you see the scope of what we're doing. At some point, we may want to get that storage unit as well.
I was there a couple of weeks ago pulling out some tax boxes. There's not that much room in there. I mean, you could stash a body if you wanted to, if that's the case. But like I said, as far as I know, I have the only key. I don't know if there were 2 keys issued, and I haven't seen the other key for well over a year or so.
Is there a chance that he has that key?
I would say
there's always a chance, right?
There could be a chance because he's stolen from us, and why he would want it is beyond me, because all his stuff is that he has, guitar or what have you, is stuck in the very back, and he didn't want that. But I've ended up trying to clean out our garage, and I stuck all the other stuff there, and he wouldn't like that. Nor would I think he would spend the time to pull shit out of there to get it.
What did he think about?
My impression is that he loves the shit out of her. And he was very upset Monday when he was talking to me. He was sobbing and blaming himself for her disappearance, and he was just I could tell he was just going to be an emotional wreck.
Yeah. Did he ever have? Did he discipline her? How long were?
It's hearsay. He may have yelled at her because Jen and Jen would tell me this. Jen.
Did you ever have like extensive, maybe during the holidays or whatever, where you were with the whole family?
They came down at Thanksgiving or Christmas. My wife and the dogs.
Slept with who?
My wife and the dogs.
And the dogs.
Yeah.
And during those times, was their relationship seemingly normal?
Yeah. I mean, they secluded themselves in Stephan's room, the 3 of them.
And then Jen. Okay.
And they would spend the bulk of their time there, times and play with the dogs. They would bring Sailor with them.
Okay.
And would go into the bedroom and maybe read a book or watch a movie together, hang out.
Okay. And nothing, I mean, you were a cop for years. Nothing you noticed that would be alarming?
I didn't notice anything out of the ordinary.
Okay.
So then just going back to the storage unit, obviously they're going to go to the house and check in the near future. Would you have any issues with us checking out your storage?
Your code was used this morning to access the property, the storage property. Your keypad code. I have Northport PD in front of your storage unit. I know we're in a kind of a weird situation. Are you all right if they end up breaking the lock to get in there to make sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Alex, I don't
He just asked, I just heard it, he just asked Mr. Stearns if he was okay with us breaking the lock.
access the keypad?
He told him we were here, somebody accessed.
We're working with management down there.
He said yes. Are you okay with that?
And this is
Just make
statewide
sure you guys do
news.
your
This is
laser
huge
search
news.
for it.
Yep.
So a lot of people are going above and beyond
Okay.
helping us.
Let me fill that first.
I didn't even know he had the key.
Okay.
I don't know how he would have gotten the keypad.
It's interesting. What's your code?
Let's go get some paperwork with that real quick.
Sure. What do you want to do?
They want the waivers signed before they break down the door. Like consent search.
okay.
So, yeah, they want a consent search. So,
Yeah.
we
Do
wanna
you mind
Will they
doing
take a wet signature or an e-signature?
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I think you paid, your code was entered to enter the property this morning.
And what time was that at?
9.
9.
So 9.
And your wife, by chance, wouldn't have went to the storage room?
She wouldn't even know where it is.
And Jen was with you this whole time, right? So
Well, wait. When I don't know where Jen was until she called me at 11.
okay, at 11.
And she said, "Hey, Stephan's not here. Is he with you?"
Okay.
So then he made up this story of getting lost and whatever. So there we go.
We can probably go upstairs.
Was that?
We can go upstairs.
Yeah.
We'll take these elevators right here.
Well, I've already put my steps in. Just walking. Yeah, I was like 8,900. I said, well, if I keep walking, I'll hit my 10,000 steps for the day.
Was this the sheriff's office? There's no way this was the sheriff's office. when you
No,
worked here.
it was just opening up.
Down on 33rd is where you guys were at it?
Yeah.
Who was the sheriff?
Mel Coleman.
No. Okay. I think we got his picture on the wall.
You'll have to Google it.
I would. Well, we have his pictures. We have shrines of past sheriffs all over. I'm sure
Yeah.
we'll see him.
He was a good guy. He was kind of, I guess, revolutionary back then, young guy and what have you.
Yeah.
But, what was the pay back then? I think I was making $800 a month. Tell me about it.
Yeah, but back then that was a good job, right?
Well, it was fun. I tell you what, once you get it in your blood, you never let it go. So I was moving from Campbell Street from Jacksonville to Orlando.
How good about Mom? Are you going to be able to get back to her?
I'll throw that. Yeah.
And I'm taking this truck back Sunday evening, and I've got to be at the office in Jacksonville to take somebody on a ride along.
Yeah.
Monday morning.
Hey, Evan, we'll just hang out here because he doesn't have a proxy. Okay.
So I pull up 436, 1792 in Casper. There's a green pickup truck in front of me. I'm driving this stupid Pepsi rental truck. And as I'm approaching the intersection, this guy is weaving. And so we pull through the intersection, and this guy's weaving. And then I notice up ahead the guy's riding his bicycle. And this guy pulls over, and it's like, fuck, he's going to hit this guy.
Oh, no.
He hit him. Sent him flying. I went running up to I drove up to him, and he pulled into the ABC liquor lot for whatever reason, and turned around and looked at me and said, "Thank you very much. I got your face. I've got your license plate. I got on the payphone," because that's what you did back then, and called out of my police department and said, told him what happened. I said, "I think he's going to be heading eastbound on I-4. They came up.
Hey, Evan, is that remote right there? Can we turn this thing off? Yeah.
And so, Alamo PD came up, took the report, as I'm talking to him, again, a radio alert, there's a guy, now we want me to identify it. I did it before. I didn't get out of there until midnight. And I get outside of Jacksonville, not far from my exit, and the truck stops.
Yeah.
I'm now stuck on 95 at 3 a.m. I've got to be at the office at 7 a.m. And these sailors coming back picked me up and took me to my apartment. And I said, thank you, Lord, appreciate that.
Yeah.
And it was a long day, to say the least.
So are you guys still residing in Orlando part-time? You mentioned something off of Westwood.
Well, that's where our corporate office is.
That's where your corporate office is.
And so when I got up this morning, I went over there to meet up with everybody and then kill some time because I'm just a type A personality. I'm just not going to sit around waiting for whatever.
So sitting in a parking lot had to kill you.
It did. It's just like, come on.
Yeah.
So anyway, it wouldn't surprise me if somehow he stole the key out of my car because I put all the keys there.
Okay.
So I had.
Does he have access to your car?
He would.
He would.
Because I would keep the keys on my desk. He could easily go in there and do something.
And when was the last time he was at your house in Northport? Was it over the weekend for her birthday?
So I moved him back down from Kissimmee in December.
Okay.
To try to get him started on another career opportunity.
Okay.
It didn't materialize. So trying to work on some other things. So he visited them. He lied to me about this. He visited them maybe 6 weeks ago, maybe a month ago.
Visited who? I'm sorry.
Jen.
Okay.
And I'm going to Frank's house, and I need a little extra cash. Okay, when are you going to be back? I'll be back later tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So I get an alert that toll booth charge. On E-Pass, I get an alert. I go, motherfucker. Call him up and said, how specific?
Yeah.
So he lied to me about what he was doing.
Yeah.
But he was in Orlando until 3 o'clock, maybe Sunday, and then he left because I told him he had to take care of his room, clean the mess out of there before he could go.
Yeah.
So he did that, and he got up there at 6:30 or something.
So I was kind of overhearing their conversation. Would it be safe to say and accurate that your son had no rights to this storage unit at all?
If he asked my permission, I would allow it.
Did he ever ask your permission?
No.
Okay.
And again, like I said, I've been missing this key for how long have I had this? I've had this key for maybe 18 months.
Okay. So was he staying with you kind of in Northport?
Yeah.
Up until now.
I moved him back in December because I couldn't afford to.
Okay, so from December to today, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Where was he staying up here with Jen?
Yeah.
Okay. I just realized we just let Jen downstairs. She had the key to your truck?
No.
Okay. Well, I guess we won't be too long. Just it's dark out. Okay. All right. So he stays down there, and how often does he come up here to visit Jen and Maddie?
I think since he left in December, this would be the second, maybe third trip, but second, maybe third.
Yeah. Okay. So in December, it's February, almost March, second of May. So maybe once a month. Would that be fair?
He actually went in December for Christmas time, now that I think about it, because he was not included in the family outing, but he was there. So then he made this faux trip there, and then he made this, so 3 times. He's been there 3 times.
Okay. And she stays at that apartment in Kissimmee. Has she been staying there?
And he rented, and they which I ended up having to pay.
Renting a room within the same apartment?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Jen's father rents the rooms out.
And does Jen's father live there? Or does he lease the apartment and then sublease the rooms inside?
Well, he owns the townhouse and he rents out the rooms and charges his daughter rent.
Gotcha. Okay. That makes more sense.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, I came into this towards the tail end of the investigation. For some reason, I thought he was living in that apartment like today.
No.
But, okay.
No, he was just visiting.
All right. You guys going back home tonight?
No, I booked the room for tonight.
Okay.
I'll go back tomorrow.
Okay. Well,
I didn't know what was going to happen today, so I booked the room for the second night.
Okay.
You know what really gets me? When I left him at 3 o'clock, you know, you could see that he was physically exhausted and worn out. Matter of fact, I heard a comment when I was talking to them that he was falling asleep in the car on the way to the hotel.
Mm.
So I figured he'd get in bed, crash and burn, and that would be it. It's pretty ballsy to assume that Jed would sleep through the entire night and not wake up and find he wasn't there.
I don't disagree with you.
Because at 10:45 she calls and said, "Is Stephan with you?" And I go, "No."
Yeah.
He said, "Well, he hasn't been here for 25 minutes."
And that's probably, I'm assuming, like she woke up, it's been 25 minutes, and he hadn't shown up.
Yeah, expecting him to return, and he never returned.
Yeah.
And then he showed up maybe towards 11:30. Yeah, maybe it was like 11:30.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now this really, 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 really blows my mind. Obviously, something. I'm afraid to even say it. Think it.
And what's that?
There's just too many inconsistencies here, and his behavior is indicating something else is going on here. You know, why would he spend nearly 6 hours driving round trip to go to Northport to the storage unit?
Well,
I mean,
hopefully we may be able to figure that out.
Donnie was in Jen's car.
We're trying to figure it out.
Have you asked him?
Yeah.
Jen Soto.
Yeah, we talked to him. So.
Hey, I'm inside the building.
Let me check on them. Don't wander off too much.
What's that?
Pausing the recording at 10:15. It's a surreptitious recording with Mr. Stearns. My name's Corporal Richards. Also 10:12 with me was Corporal Evan Avila and Kissimmee Detective.